I'm a big fan of something that you might hear from the Uber gardeners, the permaculturists. They talk a lot about turning waste streams into value streams, right? Something you would otherwise throw in the garbage is not garbage if you put it in the right context and leave it for a little while, and then it becomes the best food for your garden. It's called compost, you know? But you have to set up the environment for that. You have to be ready to look out for those opportunities, coffee grounds, you know, those kind of things, storing coffee grounds. Those kind of things also apply in terms of, like, you know, the work that I try to do, having set up the customer engineering function here, and then looking out at how other people do that. And then also having a big foot in the sandbox of the Boston DevOps group, and being an organizer there, and doing all sorts of things in that space, really trying to get the true mindset behind that. One of the things is, don't just reduce toil, eradicate it. Like, and the only way that you're going to do that is if you're not leaving toil behind you. So when I saw, I mean, you know, Scott says he's a documentarian to a fault. That's not a fault for me. And if we were to have just left that behind, that would be waste, right? It would have been useful for the client, yes, as leave behind documentation. But what about for everybody else who are also moving to the cloud, doing AKS, EKS in this case? And how do we turn this into a value stream for those other people? Well, we got to publish it. We got to put that out there. Not to mention the fact that we already have another Tiger team working on the finalization of doing this same thing in Azure, right? And our next goal is GCP. And Scott and I are now on the same team. Like, literally, we're both Tricentis employees. So we get to work on this stuff, and we take the lessons of what was useful knowledge and turn it from yet another toilsome task that somebody has to go through, you know, maybe 12 different documents, and they have to look up stuff. But I digress. The point is, it was awesome that Scott was doing this, and I wanted to make sure that this got out in the open, that QAC, you know, having been willing to sponsor this in a way, was really part of that process as well.